Hello everybody, welcome back to another weekly creative build comp overview. Before we get started, I do want to say that the mega build comp is going on right now, so hop on down to the mega build battle. Of course, you will have to talk to Athena to join, but yeah, there are way more spaces available than this, by the way. I believe there's at least one more, I think two more rings around this. I'd have to double check, but yeah, there's plenty of space. So yeah, anyway. The theme of this build battle, though, was village. My secondary theme was evil, and I couldn't think of anything outside of, a burnt down village, so that's what I did. Looking back on it, there are definitely way better ways to do an evil village, but this kind of works. I would personally consider it more of a failed attempt at the secondary theme, but I guess we do technically have evil here, if we just go down over here. Athena will tell you immediately that this sign is the most evil thing on the plot. Possibly in the entirety of the build comp world entirely. But anyway, moving right along, we have Xmize's cute mushroom village. So yeah. So, yeah. Anyway. Oh, wait. What are those? Oh, they're button paths. I see. I didn't notice that before. Anyway, next up we have Tibbles, who made, words are escaping me right now, but they made several tall houses, and I'll be honest, when I first saw this I thought it was just one really big house, but no, they are separate. There is separation between them. They don't have anything in them, but since most people don't build interiors, that just takes time out of making awesome exteriors. Anyway, next up we have Mick943423, who made a nice little pond and a few houses around it. I'm not even going to try to guess the architecture, or where it's from, I should say. Yeah. Anyway, next we have Chibov, who made a pretty nice little village. No idea what this in the center is supposed to be. There are several of these. Maybe they're just boulders with beans in them. I don't know. But yeah. There's a cube and a pile of diamonds, so I'm guessing it's just the village's wealth all piled up into one place. Yeah. Anyway, next we have that girl... not that girl, Sarah. That girl 1616. I always get them confused, and it's not on purpose. I just see the first two words and immediately assume one or the other. Alright, anyway. We got some some creatures here, and a very cute set of mini builds. This is actually very cute and very well done. Yeah. Anyway, next up we have Zaba, who made a couple of houses in a village and a giant cherry tree with a river and a bridge. And some nice clouds. It is a very nice backdrop. Anyway, next up we have Karma Creates 06, who made a village. No interiors, as per usual, of course. Yeah. Anyway, next up we have Haikwidin, who made a house on a hill and a couple of tents. Still a village, but a bit of a different take on. Actually, this might be architecture that I just don't know about now that I'm thinking about it. Anyway, next we have Disillusioning, who doesn't have anything on their plot. Then we have Hengadal, who also doesn't have anything on their plot, sadly. Next we have P1X3L_K1NG, who made a pretty decent village. They have interiors, they're fancy. Anyway, next we have Susano, who has a bit of water on the edges of their plot, but nothing actually in their plot, sadly. Anyway, next up we have X Neptune 3, who looks like they started work on the paths of the village and probably, I'm guessing, gave up. Yeah, sad. Anyway, next up we have Brody, who made a nice little farm area right across from some village houses. And, yeah. Anyway, next up we have Billionaire Yard 781. Oh, it took me a moment. I don't think this is a village. I think this is a city. Very cool mini build, though. But I think technically does not follow the theme as well. I guess you could argue that it is a village. It's not as compactly made as a city would be, though it's really hard to tell with just the scale. That's the one problem with mini builds, is you lose a lot of the detail the smaller you go. So this could be very tightly packed for a mini build or very spread apart. It's hard to tell. But overall, yeah, another amazing mini build. Anyway, next up we have Dream66, who made a single house I'm guessing they didn't have time to finish all what they wanted to do. But it is a nice village house. Anyway, next up we have Slushy Cone with a bunch of mushroom houses. No interiors on these ones, though. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me, though. There's a lot of detail here. Yeah. Very nice. I like that they're growing around and on a tree stump, too. Adds a bit of natural lore to the village. I'm guessing this is probably a fairy village, if I had to guess. But yeah. Anyway, next up we have Kitten, who made a village and broke the... Yeah. Kitten has a habit of building outside the bounding box. This is just something I've learned to live with. Yeah. Alright, yeah, it's been a while since the old tournaments. A lot of people might not know, but that was... It's something I understand. It's just also, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, right, so, yeah, nothing on the interiors. Oh, wait, we do have an interior. Impressive. But as per usual, a lot of nice little details for a kitten build. And, yeah. Anyway, on to the winners. Okay. So, in third place, we have Tibbles with their, I'm not even going to try to remember the architectural style this is. I cannot remember. Anyway, in second place, we have Kitten with their, trees that break out of the binding box of the area. Sorry. But yeah, very nice detailed build. Yeah. Anyway, in first place, we have Slushy Cone with their lovely mushroom village and all the lore that comes with it, whatever that lore might be. Anyway, I think that'll do it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Until next time, goodbye!